So a quick recap of what's happening with the market so far. We did see mild gains at the start of this week with positive data coming through from the US and in Monday as well with the ISM manufacturing data. But indeed, soon a lot of these gains were really wiped out as risk-off sentiment took over the markets. We have geopolitical tensions once again in the spotlight. So we do know that North Korea has fired another ballistic missile, but according to the US, this is actually an intercontinental ballistic missile, and for the markets, what it represents is actually aggravated tensions because now the North Korea could actually reach US territories according to officials within the US, and this includes Alaska as well, although not the mainland US as of the current moment. And I do think that this is going to invite quite a bit of attention from world leaders, especially ahead of the G20 meeting where President Xi Jinping from China, United States President Donald Trump, and also Japanese representatives will also be there. So I do think that this is going to be an ongoing topic and pretty much a little bit of a chess play over here on what's going to happen and what's the reaction coming through from the North Korea as well. But as things stand for the market, it really is keeping market on quite a bit of an edge over here as well, as we do see safe havens including gold, US treasuries, and also dollar yen itself seeing a bit of demand. Dollar yen is back down below the 113 handle, and indeed we're going to see how things turn out. But as things stand right now, we do see that oil prices itself had largely remained unchanged, hanging around $47 per barrel for WTI futures, with the market itself still largely supported. And indeed for the day ahead, we have the API private inventories report coming through from the US before the Department of Energy report, and I do think that this is items although to a less extent matters for the market now, it's still items that you should be watching out for. So for the rest of this week, what are some of the key things that I'm going to look out for? And I do think that one key theme is really with what's happening with gold prices. So indeed right now with gold prices, we are seeing prices once again falling to rebound ahead of the $1,217 key support level. And indeed for the market, it's concerned whether this downtrend continues over here and we see a firm break of that support, or whether this reversal is actually sustainable back within the current range bound trade. And I do think what's going to move this indeed is going to be the Fed FOMC minutes that's going to be due on Wednesday US session after the Independence Day holiday, and also Friday's non-farm payrolls headline numbers, and that itself is going to carry an impact for the dollar itself. Dollar index last seen hanging just above the 96 level, and in turn how that is going to translate to gold prices trade. So I think that's one setup to watch out for. Another thing is we do see that this risk-off sentiment is really affecting a large part of Asian markets, and for a second consecutive day we are seeing broad sell-offs led a lot by the Hang Seng, the Hong Kong benchmark index. So for the week-to-date movements on the Hang Seng, we can see the decline is about more than 1.5% as when last checked in the morning here on Wednesday in Asia. And indeed, how things are going to turn out is going to be quite a bit of concern for the markets. I do think that for the Hang Seng, you're going to watch out for levels around the 25,000 levels, and should we actually see the prices break below the ascending channel, it's going to create quite a bit of jitters over here. And for the local Singapore market, we can see prices also hanging just above the 3,200 level support, and if we do see a firm close below, that's going to create a bit of concern on whether there's going to be a sell-off from the current consolidation phase. As things stand, I do see key items itself being in the US and how the US markets could actually lead markets here in Asia. So into the end of this week, watch out for these factors.